Mhm.
So,
It's true.
ready
That
to start?
yeah, ready, ready.
Okay,
Let's start.
Jaggi. So the first question is why should someone learn yoga philosophy?
It is very important question. Why someone need to learn the yoga philosophy? To be honest, nowadays we are mostly suffering from psychological problem. Mostly we human being, our human consciousness is mostly we are suffering the psychological problem. And yoga philosophy is a tool. Yoga philosophy is a complete science tool. How we can get over from our psychological problem, our fear, our anxiety, our depression, and our anger, how we can make our emotions in a balance. This kind of old tool is in yoga philosophy. So that's why yoga philosophy can help very easily. Yoga philosophy easily can help to the people. Even in hatha yoga philosophy, actually yoga philosophy is not only one philosophy. Yoga also many types of yoga. There are so many types of yoga. Nowadays we are doing hatha yoga, we have ashtanga yoga, body based yoga, mind based yoga. Like for example, if you ask me hatha yoga, in hatha yoga we have asana, pranayama, some gestures, some bandhas, some cleansing process. So they start the work with our physical body, and after then they affect our psychological part. What is our physical body action? If you ask me what is our physical body action, our all physical body action start from our mind. First thoughts come in our mind, and the result of our thoughts is our action. Our all daily life action is the result of our thoughts. What we are thinking, we are doing. So yoga philosophy is a tool. How we can make like a balance in our thoughts, how we can like if you will ask me a simple question, Jaggi, be positive is a very good example. You told me, Jaggi, be positive. Then next question, how to be positive? Hmm? Then next question, how to be only by thinking I cannot be positive. Pretending I can do. Pretending I can do, I can pretending to myself, oh, I'm very positive person, but I can't. Like you told me, Jaggi, relax, don't worry. Hmm? You told me, Jackie, don't worry. But by thinking, I cannot delete my worry. I need a science. I need a science how I can be positive, how I can delete my worry, how I can delete my fear. Like for example, I am suffering from any fear, and he told me, Jackie, don't worry, don't fear. It's temporary. This time will go. So a little bit I will make understanding to my mind. I will say, Jackie, don't worry, don't have any fear, no problem. It will go, it will go. So temporary I will just think with my mind, but it will not go permanently. Problem will be still there, fear will be still there. So I need a complete tool. So this yoga philosophy provide us this tool. You do this, and after then this thing happen. You do this thing, and after then completely your fear will go, your worry will go, all your psychological problem will go, better to say. That's why yoga philosophy is very important nowadays. If we learn properly yoga philosophy, if properly we are learning something, and after then we can easily do. Like for example, if you want to go somewhere, so what you need, you need a map. If you have a map, after then easily travel you can do. Same yoga philosophy. Yoga philosophy is a map. Map of what? Map of a science. Science to change our psychological problem. So that is a very short answer for this. This is a very big question.
Yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that because a lot of people, Jaggi, think that they only know asana yoga, they only know the postures. So for somebody, maybe they will think, oh, I'm happy doing only asana. I don't need to understand where yoga comes from, what's the philosophy. But from this understanding, what you explained, it's actually much more important to know the root of yoga also.
Hmm. That's very true. If we are learning yoga philosophy, so we can have all the roots of yoga, from where this yoga is coming. Yoga is not only for asana. Yoga have certain points, certain limbs of yoga. There are so many types of yoga. So that's why if we can properly learn this, we can properly do.
So, for someone who doesn't know much about yoga and yoga philosophy, what would you say is the main aim of yoga? Why should we practice yoga at all?
Yeah, that is also a very good question. Is why we need to, sorry, what is the aim of yoga? Actually, the main aim of yoga to live life freely, freedom. The aim of yoga is a freedom of what? Freedom of our mind, freedom of our desire, freedom of our any kind of foundation we have. So aim of yoga is a freedom all men and women, they can completely free. We says we are free, but we are not free. We says we are free. We everyone have a little boundary, with little boundary. Boundary foundations. So what the aim of yoga? To make everyone completely free. And if we will be free, after then we will establish in our real nature. This time we are not established in our real nature. Look, when I was child, I was completely free. I remember my childhood. And if I will tell you how I was in my childhood, I know myself. So I was completely free. Now I am not completely free. So if you will ask me what is the aim of yoga, I will give you a very short answer. Our aim of yoga is make you again like a child. But make you child meaning like freely, like child is free. Same thing yoga says samadhi. Same kind of thing yoga says samadhi. If you will study this thing to any different text, so like for example, if you'll ask me what the moral of Jesus says, he who can enter to my kingdom, who can be like a child. What the meaning of child meaning live complete freely. So that's why we have this yoga text. That's why we have this yoga philosophy, to make our life completely free.
So just from understanding some philosophy, people can already experience some transformation in their life, Jaggi.
Yeah, of course, if they are learning something proper and after then practical they are doing, result will happen. And what is the result is joy. Result is freedom. Result is freedom.
So Jaggi, maybe you can just talk very lightly about some topics that we will cover in this course.
We will cover in this course what is yoga, why we have yoga, what is the definition of yoga, what is mind, how these thoughts create, how we can control the mind, how we can practically we can change, not a better word to change, how we can control our mind thoughts, how we can be negative to positive, how we can delete our disliking. I will cover 8 limb of yoga, Ashtanga yoga philosophy. I will cover all Hatha yoga philosophy also. Hatha yoga philosophy, we have asana philosophy, pranayama, mudras, bandhas, all these kind of topic I will cover. I will cover Tantra yoga philosophy also. I will cover Bhakti yoga philosophy. I will cover Karma yoga philosophy. So almost like a main philosophy I will cover here in this course. And I will cover actually not only by theoretical, I will make like a practical part, like a science part. If we can do this, after then this thing will happen. We will do this thing will happen. How we can be free, how we can establish in the freedom. So there are so many tools. Actually, philosophy is giving us so many tools. Everyone have different level of consciousness. Our everyone consciousness level is different. That's why we have so many types of yoga. We have karma yoga, bhakti yoga, tantra yoga, raj yoga, mantra yoga, hatha yoga, asana, pranayama, so many different types of methods. So I will cover this all methods, how we can do this practically.
Beautiful, Jaggi. I've been in your classes many times and I always learn something new. So I'm very happy to share this knowledge with our yogis at Sanya. So to anyone who is watching this video, we're going to start on the 7th of November with classes every weekend with Jaggi, where we're going to cover, as Jagjit said, all of these different topics. So if you have any questions or you'd like to join, then you can just contact Sanya. And thank you, Jaggi. I'm really excited to start this course with you again.